So let's start to look how you can use the Vlookup and the if function in Excel. So let's look at this situation here. We have a fruit here, and imagine if the customer would buy a certain quantity. If they buy a quantity of 10 or more, they are valid or they get a discount. If they're buying below 10, they don't get a discount at all. So let's start to work on making this. So for this, we're going to use the Vlookup because the Vlookup helps us to get the row, while the if statement will give us the column. So let's work on this. We're going to say here Vlookup. And then once we do this, I want to make sure we click on this button here, which opens up the formula builder. We have a nice visual. So in here, we have the lookup value, which is this value here that we're going to search. Then we have here the table array. The table array is all the data where we can find the information that we need. In this case, we have that here. Here we have the column index number, which would indicate in which column of our table data or table array. So this is column 1, column 2, and column 3. So in which column will we get the value? In this case, we're going to take it from value or column number 3 because we have a discounted rate. Later on, we need to make sure that this will become dynamic or automated if ever we have below a quantity of 10. Finally, here the range lookup, we're going to say here false because we don't want a range lookup, we want an exact match. So we say false, then it becomes an exact match. Once we did that, we get a 10% discount here, which is correct. However, if I change this and make this 9, it doesn't change along. And the reason why, of course, is we have here a hard-coded number 3. We could change this to number 2, but we're clicking done. But of course, this is not practical. This needs to be automated. To automate this, we're going to use the if statement to select column 2 or column 3. So what I'm going to do here, equal sign, if, open parentheses, and then just click on the formula builder again. So we have a nice visual. And then we have here the logical test. The logical test indicates that if ever this quantity is lower than 10 or whatever the required quantity would be, if this is the case, I want to get column number 2 because I want to grab the value from this column here. If it is 10 or more, we get it from column number 3, that's this one here. Let's click here on done, and then let's close that, and you should be able to see now if I change the value here to 10, this will jump to number 3. And then if I make this, if I make this 9, it will jump again down to 2. So once we have confirmed that works, let's copy this entire if statement here, go back here, open up here the formula builder, and delete this. Put all of the code we copied in here, and remove the equal sign here because that is not allowed. Click on done, and once we did that, we can close this and it should work nicely. Let's test. Let's say 10, we get a 10% discount. Let's say 9, we get a 9% discount. Let's change this to kiwi, so it's a different fruit, so we should get a different discount if ever applicable. So if we say 10, we get a 3% discount. That is correct.